What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to tell you about the recent tax reforms in Barcelona and Catalonia, how it's affecting property taxes and how it's affecting you as an investor. Just to give you a quick context about this law, the Catalonian government published a new law. It's called Decree Law 5/2025. It's published in March and it officially took place on the 27th of June 2025, so very recent. And it's a new structure for a progressive property tax system plus penalties for large property owners. Okay, let's start with the biggest change. That's a progressive property transfer tax system. So it's in 4 brackets instead of a flat fee of 10%. So before it was a 10% transfer tax. So let's say you had a property of 300,000 euros, you paid 30,000 euros in transfer tax. Yes, there was a deduction for first-time home buyers, 5%. That's still in place if you qualify for it. But let's just keep to the normal standard. So the normal standard is 10%. Now, up to 600,000 euros, you pay 10% transfer tax. Then from 600,001 euro up to 900,000 euros, you pay 11% transfer tax. From 900,000 euros up to 1.5 million, it's 12% transfer tax. Above 1.5 million, everything above that is 13% transfer tax. So if you're buying a property over 900,000 euros, yeah, your tax bill in Barcelona is significantly increased. So for the luxury real estate, it's definitely a hard hit because you have to pay over 1.5 million, 13%. So it's an extra 3% almost. Then I would say the largest hit is for the large property owners. And in Spain, to be qualified as a large property owner now is that if you own more than 10 properties in Spain, or if it's a designated area such like Barcelona, that's like a high density zone, so like a red zone by the Catalunya government because the rent prices are extremely high. So they have a few areas that are high demand areas. But in high demand areas, they qualify as 5. So if you own 5 properties in high demand areas, such like Barcelona, then you're like a large property owner according to the Catalonian government. And that means you will be hit with a 20% transfer tax. Of course, it's like an insane amount. So nobody's going to pay 20% in transfer tax, in my opinion, because your whole investment strategy just kind of disappears. Your return on investment significantly decreases. You're just basically sponsoring the Catalonian government. It affected a lot of my clients already that own more than 5 properties in Barcelona. So they cannot buy, they can buy again, but they have to pay 20% transfer tax. But they're not forced to buy anything here. So they will look in other destinations where they don't have to pay the 20% tax. Even if you're buying an entire building, you're also hit with this 20% transfer tax. So large property investors, they just simply cannot invest in Barcelona, or they have to get a very, very low bottom price, or they're just happy with like a low return. So this is going to definitely influence the market a lot. It's already affecting my business. Larger clients cannot buy in Barcelona because they look at the ultimate beneficiary. We checked with our lawyers. Okay, is this only for one SL, for one company, or if you buy 5 properties under your own name, like how they look, but they look at the ultimate beneficiary. So even if you have multiple holding structures or different companies setting up, they could track down who's the ultimate owner and maybe hit you later with this extra 10% tax if they see like you own more than 5 properties in your name in high demand areas such like Barcelona. So this is very bad news for investors like us. Then there's another bad news. That's if you bought a property to flip through a company before, you only had to pay 3% transfer tax. I've talked about it in this channel many times that this was a very good tax deduction. So you could save 7% if you bought and flipped through an SL. So you have to pay like 3% transfer tax. So they abolished this tax incentive as well. Very bad news for flippers, of course, because the 7% margin, this could be already like part of your profit. Now it's 10%, or if you own more than 5 properties, it's 20%. 20%, it's kind of impossible because you need to find properties below market value of 30% plus to make even a normal decent return. This is affecting the market big time. It affects my business as well. You as an investor that wants to buy, I think for like, of course, smaller investors can still buy properties here, so they can still buy like up to 5 properties. So if you own 0 properties or 1, you can still buy and get a decent return in Barcelona, but it's harder to build up a big portfolio because you're going to be hit with this 20%, but still you can buy a few properties over here. Flipping is a bit more challenging, but yeah, if you can find good deals, you can still make money if you own less than 5 properties here. So yeah, maybe it's a good idea to flip properties if you just own 3 or 2. So there's still possibilities, but it's getting a bit more difficult. Yeah, so I'm gonna make a separate video how this new transfer tax law is affecting my business, what I'm gonna do to pivot it, what are my plans. It's just gonna be like a kind of vlog style video where I'm just gonna sit down and walk you guys through it, what are my thoughts and what are my actions are gonna be. So stay tuned, this video is coming up soon after this one is posted. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you for watching and see you next time.